Okay, scoreboards look a little different here this round, but I'd like to welcome you back into continuing coverage here of the 11thframe.com Open 2026 edition. B Squad qualifying for you. My name is Mike Flanagan here on Inside Bowling. We're glad you're with us. This tournament would not be possible without our great sponsors. And those sponsors are GIBA-bowling.com. That's the Greater Iowa Bowling Association. Make sure you check out all their events over at GIBA-bowling.com. They have 3 majors a year. This is one of them. Another one is the Ebonite Winter Classic and the Ebonite Fall Classic, which takes place in Waterloo, Iowa. Those 2 events do. Also want to thank Ebonite is our bowling sponsor. Ebonite has been a name bowlers know and trust. Ebonite, bowl to win. Also want to thank the Diamond Joe Casino. Today's coverage brought to you in part by Diamond Joe Casino right here in Dubuque, Iowa. When the bowling is over, the fun doesn't have to stop. Winning is just the beginning here at the Diamond Joe Casino. Also Cherry Lanes, Bob Hochran, our general manager. Want to thank him for continuing to support this event. Cherry Lanes donating the lineage this weekend for this event. Thank you so much to Cherry Lanes for doing so. Also want to thank our friend Brandon Steen and the Steen team for all that they do in the great state of Iowa for mortgages and real estate needs. Check out Brandon Steen and the Steen team. IAMBowling, our jersey sponsor. You can save 25% with coupon code GIBA, and that's year-round over at IAMBowling.com. Also want to thank Kwik Start and Kwik Trip. That's with a K. Whenever you're around town filling up your vehicle, or maybe you are needing some snacks, make sure you always fill up and check out Kwik Start and Kwik Trip. Also, this is the 11thframe.com Open, and don't forget the 11thframe.com is bowling digital daily newspaper delivering news, analysis, and opinion, owned and operated by USBC Hall of Famer and career newspaper reporter and editor Jeff Riggles. So that's our sponsors that we have for you here today. This event's been going on since 2012. This is the 14th edition. We had an A squad bowl this morning. And after A squad, push this over here, we had Jace Meyer, your leader, at plus 173, followed by Victor Cortez Jr. at plus 129. Plus 116 in third is Ryan Schottmer. At plus 115 in fourth is Nathan Beekman. Move our eyes down to 16th. They're taking 48 to tomorrow. And so if you take 16 times 3 squads, that number's pacing 25 over. We saw Josh Kennedy bowl 218 the last game to get to 35 over, and he's tied with Jim Schroeder. Matt Gasson sitting at 25, Jay Scadell at plus 20, Dave Bear is at plus 14, and Jackson Satterley at plus 9. Those numbers all still have a chance as well. There were 19 out of 52 players on A squad that were plus. Head back over here and settle in on our featured pairs, 5, 6, 7, and 8. On lanes 5, 6, 7, and 8, we got Travis Anderson with Tommy Barnwell, along with Cody Huenker. and Steve Taylor. Lanes 7 and 8, you got Zach Andreessen, Brady Gustafson, Lucas Hersrud, and Dawson Peterson. Bottom right of your screen, we're covering lanes 9 through 12. On lanes 9 through 12, you got Gavin Finley, Lucas Finley, Kendrick Siders, Trey Van Wyck, and then you also got Tim Grundler, Chris Hill, Kyle Michalowski, and Ryan Powers. Timmy Grundler out there bowling today. Good to see Timmy.
Jeff told me to stop by
Okay, I need a few.
before I left. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I need a couple, okay?
What?
Can you come in like the second game?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no.
Yeah, come on by. Folks, if you haven't noticed, they changed the scoreboards on me this set, so I'm rebuilding some of that with you. So just bear with me here for a minute while I get all that corrected. All right, going to get a glance over here. Let's see what this looks like. All right, that's a little bit better. Now just one more pair to do here. Anybody go for a rip on the break? I can't tell you how many people have come out to me and said something about that that we're watching earlier today. Go for a rip. Go for a rip on me, bud. All right, let's see how I did here. You're watching lanes 1 through 4. I think we're pretty good there. We got some stats to come through. We got some different things happening here. Let's take a look at 5 through 8. Make sure we're all good with this. Rebuilt scoreboards, pretty decent. I'll work on that one a little bit better. I think I got 9 through 12. I think I aced 9 through 12. 9 through 12 looks good. I think I get a gold star on that one. All right, 5 through 8 looks better. I am going to be joined here in a little bit by Jace Meyer, who led A squad this morning. I told him to join me in game 2. Too much going on right now, but we're here. All right, let's see. Any PBA pros bowl in this tournament? AJ Chapman's bowling a little bit later. Let's see. Owen Taylor Bowling says, go dad. All right. How come the T isn't pronounced in the word mortgage? I don't know. Good question, Dennis. Good afternoon, Mike. Hello to Brian. Good afternoon, Scott. Yeah, we all need to go for a rip, everybody. You all need to go for a rip, bud. I also had a camera get knocked down while I was gone and broke a cable. Thank God I always bring extras, so we're good there. Yeah. Doing well. Doing well. Picked up a couple Mickey Mouse refractors on the break. Numbered cards. Excited about that. All right, let's talk about who else is on this squad, because it's a pretty loaded squad. How about I just name them all? And how about we go down here to 1 through 4? Let's go for a rip. Let's head down to 1 through 4. Keegan Alexander is letter B. Can still bowl 242. Andrew Blaney is letter A. These are Team USA guys, junior Team USA guys. 205 max, also Mount Mercy College guys. Then you've got Raiden Nakagawa, also from the collegiate ranks. You got, he can bowl 221. And then you got Jacob Bianchi. Struggling a little bit here. Just not seeing it right. Next door, you got David Cole, letter A. Esposito. Don't know his first name. This is letter D. Sure, I'll know it as soon as I see it. I've got Seth Lehman is letter C. Jerry Mars, letter B. He won this tournament before. He won in 2020. Jerry got his hat on backwards today. Gotta love it. I think I'm gonna start doing that in the booth. All right, let's push over. And I already introduced you to these players, lanes 5 through 8. Still got some decent scores out there for sure. We got a 268 max possible for Dawson Peterson. It's letter D. I'll come back over. We'll keep an eye on Dawson. Let's look at 9 through 12. 9 through 12, you got Gavin Finley, Lucas Finley, Kendrick Siders. Siders, collegiate national champ, anchored his team, St. Ambrose. He is letter C up there on lane 10. He can bowl 254. Great bowler. See Lucas Finley there, letter D. Still bowl 236. Look next door, 11 and 12. You got Tim Grundler. He's letter B. Timmy Grundler out there. You got Chris Hills, letter A. Kyle Michalowski is letter D. And letter C over on that pair is Ryan Powers. Can still bowl 257 also. We'll watch Ryan throw a shot. Then we're going to go back over to where we got the big game going, the possible 269. The way you want to play this pattern is, in my opinion, to the right. You should play as far right as possible. And that's what Ryan's doing there. So we got 279 actually left up on the board here on 3 and 4. That is David Cole, can bowl 279. And what do we have, 269 next door? Left out there still. Let's double check on that one. Oh, we have 268. 268 still left out there for Dawson Peterson. How about that? Well, 231. David Cole. Front 7, 9 spare strike. Stepping up in the 10th frame, lane 4. Still getting it done. Yeah, David Cole, 2025 reigning champ. That's right. David Cole the second. Why wouldn't he win again? He loves it. A little bit different pattern this year, a little bit more challenging. Comes in high for a big four. Before I get too far ahead here, let's bring in that pattern. This is Brunswick lane machine here, but notice it is 1.25 to 1 on the left, 1.34 to 1 on the right. It is 46 feet in length and nearly 40 milliliters of oil, 39.39 milliliters of oil. Very, very flat. It's not bad on the fresh. It's really not. It's when they start to break down in the front and the oil pushes down lane is where they get a little bit extra tricky. But the fresh is a little bit nicer than that. So 263, your game there for the defending champ. Great start for him, considering our cut's probably going to be in the 30s. I'll head back over here and missed the first couple of shots there. We had a picture-in-picture. 265 for Dawson Peterson. Seems like I got a Peterson on the stream every week. Got Steve Taylor here, can still bowl in 2-0s. He's a little upset he didn't carry on that first shot. Got Finley can bowl 2-teen. Oh, he's right on that gutter and it came back. All right, that concludes game number 1 for the most part. Just about finished. All right. Game 2. We'll see what color game 2 ends up being. Say we camp out. Where do we want to go? There are a couple shots here left in game 1. Oh, blue. Game 2 is blue. So we got more Keegan Alexander, Jacob Bianchi, Andrew Blaney, Raiden Nakagawa on lanes 5 and 6, 7 and 8. We got David Cole, Esposito, Seth Lehman, Jerry Mars. Bottom right of your screen, we continue to go in order. Travis Anderson, Tommy Barnwell, Cody Hoenker, Steve Taylor, and Zach Andreessen, Brady Gustafson, Lucas Hersrud, and Dawson Peterson. Other players on the squad, we got Fuller, Rummelhart, Stubbs. He's on a re-entry, by the way. He won the lottery of the re-entry. There was one spot open. Zoet, Odd, Rhodes, Erdy, Sturkle, Brett Biondo, Vince Biondo, Billy Hibbard, Damarazzo, Alvarado, Fisher, Sass, Saxton III, Pisano, Stearns, Havda, Zach Lutmer on this squad, ZVL Bowling, Dan Gifford, Brody Green, Garrett Meadows, Tyler Torno, and also Darren Bloomquist, Caden Stork, Jacob Holste, and Robert Vader. This pattern is modeled after pattern number 4 from the U.S. Open of this year, from the men's U.S. Open, I should say. Took place at Woodland Bowl. Keegan with a little hitting them thin, watching them spin. Very easy to come in light on this pattern. A little bit softer ball speed. And playing right at 10 is the path to success here. All right. After game 1, I've got some scores from this squad. They have arrived. Game 1, we had 265 from Dawson Peterson. Robert Vader had 264. David Cole had 263. Darren Bloomquist with 261. Jerry Mars 255. Mikey Saxton III 245. Kendrick Siders 241. Tyler Tornell had 236, along with Patrick Havda, and Brett Biondo had 236. Also, that was also 236. Wow. So we had 13 people bowl 230 or better the first game. 28 or plus on this squad. Remember, 16th on the last squad, plus 25 for the entire squad. That was Matt Gasson. We'll see how these scores go from here. But they're pretty good on the fresh, and then they get harder and harder as it goes on. We'll see how many scores slide, or if somebody can get up and take over the number 1 spot, which is Jace Meyer at plus 173, averaged 228.8 earlier today. Led by quite a bit. Second was 129 over. Had 4 players 100 over or more. Forgot to put this into the chat, but I'll do it now. Results and info. Put that down below. I will pin that for you. I'm not sure of any mill workers in the event here today, but appreciate you noticing. All right, everybody, joining me in the booth now is our squad leader from the very first squad we had here today. It's Jace Meyer. Jace, your games were 228, 228, 233, 214, 236, and 234. You didn't have a game under 200 the entire block. I think you were the only guy in the field to do so.
Yep, and I missed like 4 makeables all day, and they were all through the first 3 games, so it wasn't a bad day.
What? How did you play the lanes today? What was your success there out on the lanes? How did you play them?
Honestly, it was from watching a lot of people. It was a little bit different, especially talking to other people. I was swinging it a little bit more. I was in like 13 to 5.
Okay.
Swinging it a little bit more, but I also have a little bit of experience on Brunswick machines back when the PBA was using them. And the advice I had gotten from that was start with 360 underneath or 180, depending on how how the pattern is, and then put whatever normal surface you put over top of it, and it would end up feeling more like how you would play a kegel machine. And for me, it was like, well, when I did that for today, I had a lot of miss room right, and I had a lot of hold in the middle. So.
Yeah, well, you're able to do something that not really anybody else was able to do. I mean, you led by quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. But I honestly think that depending on how the squads play it, there can be quite a bit more score for these guys, especially in this block with a lot of higher caliber players.
There's your game 1 scores to take a look at right in front of you. I think we had 12 over 230.
Yeah, and we were definitely not as strong in the beginning on our squad.
Yeah, no, not really. There's your squad there. Not as strong. So what makes you come up and bowl this event?
Really, I haven't been able to lately just because we own our own bowling center, so sometimes I have to work when it's not PBA events. And also just this event's been really popular the last 5-6 years, where lately there had been a big wait list.
Yeah.
And I never get in contact with Joe early enough for me to get on the list. So, but this year there were some open spots, and I got to be able to bowl.
Where's your bowling center at?
We're in Monticello, so
Okay.
like 30, 40 minutes away from here.
Okay. You working today?
Maybe we'll see. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I might be able to just take a day off and get ready for tomorrow, but
Okay. Yeah, I love coming up here, being part of this one here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great establishment. It's big tall ceilings, pretty much closed off for this event for the most part. There's a little bit of open play after the event each night, but not a ton. Great time of the year. I see this as like a kickoff event for the winter season.
Well, and then the Fall Classic is right after this too, so
Yeah.
it's just a good start for everything.
Yeah, it is.
But I don't know. I feel like there's not very many centers that have good walking space.
Yeah.
When you fill it up like this. But
I love the red gutters here.
yeah, they're different.
To go with the Cherry Lanes appeal. So you obviously just drive over every day, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
No reason to.
No reason to get a hotel.
Yeah.
No. Regional and national tour are expensive enough for me to use all my hotel money and points on that. But
How many PBA events have you bowled?
I want to say it's over 20. I've been bowling the last 4 or 5 years. I think the first national tour event I got of the PTQ in was in 2021 at the World Series, and then that was kind of my like starting point for this whole thing. But let's see. David Cole and Jerry Mars are going really good right now.
Yeah, they are. Cole, you're defending champ. Jerry Mars won in 20. What year? I just had it up here. He won in 20. I just said it out loud. 2020.
Oh, Matt! I didn't know Matt Gasson won too.
Yeah, he did. Yes, I think once you win this event, you kind of want to come back.
It is, I think, like the three. Well, I would say the 4 prestigious events to win in Greater Iowas are this one, obviously the 2 Ebonites, and then probably just the Iowa Open, just because the winner gets to go to the U.S. Open.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. If you live in Iowa and you're a competitive bowler, you really don't even have to leave the state. There's something all the time.
I think sometimes there's a little bit of trouble in the summer, just because there's a lot of guys that like to go fishing or golfing instead.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of a dead area there, but it's actually been picking up a little bit more recently with more, like with the competitive colleges we have around here. I think there's kids who stay, and there's a lot more opportunities around. Well, what do you think? What do you think the cut's going to be, Kevin? Hard to say.
I was thinking in the 30s.
I think so. I know people have said the scores are going to be low, but I also think that because I only ever moved one board right the whole day, that I don't think you're going to have to move a whole lot with the volume, and I think that that's just going to let people, stay in their comfort zone a lot longer, and then that'll lead to bigger scores. So
you're thinking higher than in the 30s?
Yeah, I think honestly, I want to say like 40s, maybe
40s.
50s. Yeah. But I also tend to overestimate a little bit, just because I have faith in a lot of good bowlers to bowl well all the time.
We'll pop it up here. Let's take a look. All right, let's see here. I want to. All right, so there's your A squad. Okay, so if you take 16 off of there, it's 25. I don't think it's going to get that low. Then you get those couple 35 numbers there, okay? So I think this squad is probably going to take about 20 bowlers off the squad. But C squad usually takes the least amount. Okay, C squad, you normally get the least amount off of C. So then I think C squad will then come back to where it evens this out. So that 35 number to me, you know, 15th is 35th, you know, so it technically won't be in the cut, but C squad's always the weakest. So maybe like 12 make it off of C. So if 12 make it off of C squad and 15 make it off of this squad, that's 27. That gives us 21 off of this squad.
Yeah. So right around that.
That's just kind of how I normally, I think the most will make it off this squad for sure.
Yeah.
But, you know, just usually C squad has less make it in these events up here in Iowa, just in general. That goes for the Ebonites and for this one. But you're right. I mean, if everybody plays them correctly and plays out to the right with surface and creates a little bit of free hook, you know, you could get more than 20 off of this squad. And if the bowlers tonight work together and do it again, you will be right. It will be in the 50s.
Yeah. I just think I have a lot more faith in this because it's a little bit more defined on where to play. I feel like you can't really get that far left. It just wants to back up on you when you get that far left.
Yeah.
So I feel like it forces everybody in the same area, which is something a little bit different. I feel like there's a lot of, especially on the test pattern for the regionals, lately have been where you can kind of play wherever you want. And so that kind of leads to very random pair-to-pair sometimes, you know, which definitely hurts the scores for a lot of people. Oh, boy.
B squad was supposed to start tonight at 5 o'clock. Doesn't look like that's going to start till closer to 5:30.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to make that adjustment on our stream schedule. What would it mean to you if you could pull off the victory tomorrow?
Actually, quite a bit. I haven't ever really been a tournament winner. I've been more of just a good player who hangs around. So winning for me would be just a huge deal, especially because I've been having kind of a couple down seasons lately. So. Give me a little bit more confidence going into regionals, especially with the new format, and I don't know, just be a big confidence booster if I'm being honest.
That'd be cool. You gonna bowl some of these elite regionals then?
Yeah, as long as I'm healthy. I kind of have a couple of plantar fasciitis issues, and I almost dropped out of game 3 today.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry you're dealing with that.
Yep, I tore something at the Norm Duke in my foot, and then it's been constant plantar issues ever since. And when I saw the big scores around me, you know, through game 2 and game 3, and I was only shooting like 220s, I thought, oh man, I'm gonna be way behind. But ended up being better than I thought.
Dennis wants to know, why does Jace bowl early in the morning when only crazy people bowl that time?
Oh, I honestly, I actually wanted to bowl C squad, just so I wouldn't have to get up and go that early in the morning. But Joe kept saying he needed me in a different spot, so I started in C. Then he moved me to B, and then finally he said I really need a bowler on A squad. So
he's good at moving people around and getting his tournament full.
Yep.
And look what happens. A little good karma there. Being accommodating lets you match up today. You think at the end of the day today that you'll have the lead in the tournament, or you think somebody will go by you?
No, I think I definitely left, I want to say 70 pins out for sure. I want to be bold and say I left at least 100. When I got done, I said if I wasn't leading this squad, I would have re-entered, because I know I had a good look. I missed a lot of spares, and I made some bad moves that I didn't need to make, and better players are going to take advantage of that more than I did. And so I thought, if I wanted to, I should re-enter if I wanted to have a better chance. But tomorrow's going to be a whole lot of bowling, so we'll just take our good score and make what we can with it.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for coming by and spending a little time with me.
No problem.
I want you to bowl good tomorrow. We're definitely going to be keeping an eye on you tomorrow. And as good as you're seeing the lanes and your little insight there with the Brunswick lane machine and how to get your bowling balls prepped and ready to go, I think tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun for you.
Thank you.
All right, brother.
Appreciate it, Kevin.
Thank you so much.
Good seeing you.
Appreciate you. That's Jace Meyer, everybody. The man, the myth, the legend.
Thanks, Kevin. Thank you for all you do.
Thanks, brother. .237. The defending champion here could bowl .259 again, David Cole. It was Seth Lehman with .237. Jerry Mars can still bowl .225. And it's .207 for Esposito. So 250, 250 start. 263, 256 for David Cole. I would say that's bowling good. Samar's going to be in the 220s. That's a good pair. 230, 220, 250, 220. You got 245 still left out there for Nakagawa. And then you got Keegan can still bowl 221. And then just 195 for Bianchi. check in on some other scores. We'll head over to lanes 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Got Zach Lutmer over here, CVL Bowling. A lot of people will be happy to see Zach bowl. Zach is letter C. Letter D is Patrick Havda. Patrick working on a game in the 250s here. Luis Pisano, currently up right now, can bowl 192. Got 234. Can still be bowled by Brady Stearns. Shot there by Zach. And on 3 and 4, had Brody Green bowled 212, 178 for Tyler Torno, 205 for Garrett Meadows. Dan Gifford can bowl 186. Excuse me, 188. Glad you're with us here today on this Saturday. I want to take a minute to also tell you about a little new deal we got going on here. We've got dry fit tees over on Inside Bowling, and they're only $19 each. We've been researching and testing them for the last few months. Finally decided on the perfect dry fit tee for us to decorate for you and put your favorite brand logos on them. $27 for the dry fit tees. Not this week. $19 introductory offer. You can do that over at InsideBowling.com. You can also save 15% off all of the other apparel that we offer by using coupon code YouTube. And by the way, that YouTube code is good year-round. And we have a deal of the week each and every week. Make sure you check back every Wednesday at 3 Eastern as we have a new deal of the week on the website over at InsideBowling.com. We appreciate everybody that supports us and supports bowling in general, but especially what we do right here at Inside Bowling. Not necessarily been announced yet, but to those of you that tune into our streams every once in a while, I like to give you a little inside information here, a little behind the scenes, inside baseball. Some people have been asking about the holiday doubles. The bowling center sold to Dave Small, and there was some delays in getting some things done with the bowling center change in ownership that we had to work through, and we've got it just about finalized for that tournament. So that's why we're a little tardy on some things, but you'll start to see a lot of stuff figured out here in the near future. But I do want to take a second to just mention that we'll be running another event that's a sister tournament the same weekend at Bel Air Bowl. It's a beat the board doubles tournament. We're still ironing out a couple details on this. But that event, we're going to have a different crew come in for that and live stream it. So we are going to have Zach involved in that right here, who you're watching on your screen, who since we moved over here has absolutely split the 8-9 every time. So we're excited. We'll be announcing that to everyone, but you guys can hear it here first. Zach Lutmer is going to be involved in the secondary stream at the other event. He'll be your host of that stream. We're very excited about having Zach represent Inside Bowling on our channel Love what he's been doing in the online space promoting bowling. So that's going to be cool. There's a Brooklyn for a good measure there, Zach. Again, if you want to follow Zach, ZVL Bowling everywhere. YouTube, TikTok, X, Facebook. Dudes everywhere. You can catch him on the Beef and Barnsey show a lot, too. There's my guy, Brett Biondo. Looks like he's, everybody that's come down here, they went for a rip. They went for a rip. You want to go for a rip, bud? I want to go for a rip. As a matter of fact, I probably am going to go for a rip as soon as we finish this this game here. Mick Dundee calls it a walkabout. The Canadians call it a rip. I like our neighbors to the north. What's up, bud? Brady Stearns. 10th frame. Boom. Brady Stearns can bowl. He bowled the he made it into the World Series of Bowling up in Minnesota. And Callahan and I were totally talking him up. And he did not bowl very good in that event. Hated to see that. That was somebody we wanted to see go on a pretty deep run. Didn't happen. But in an event like this, he's a player to be reckoned with. Nice shot there as well. Let's see, Stearns. Funny bowl game 1. I don't even see him on the first page of the sheet. 194. 194 start for Brady. Everybody needs to calm down on the big scores in the first game here. They will completely slow down. The sister tournament is going to be a doubles event. We originally had talked about it being a singles event, but we're going to do a doubles event over there as well. We think it just matches better, and you're going to be able to enter with multiple partners, but you can only cash with the same partner once. Still working out some squads. The bowling center has a fundraiser on Saturday night that they're looking to possibly move, but if they can't move it, then we're going to have a few less squads the first year. But needless to say, it's going to be a really cool event. It's gonna start on Friday. Squads will run Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Move it into game 3 now. Push that over. Fresh and burn over there. Fresh and burn. And it will not be a house shot, but it will not be anything ridiculous. Yep, Dennis in the chat, he knows a lot about all of this as well. He's the TD at the Holiday Doubles. The one thing I can tell you about the Holiday Doubles that is a fact, wow, Zach just runs them over for a 7-pin, is that the Holiday Doubles is going to be the most chaotic right now than it will ever be. And 2 weeks from now, it will be less chaotic. And 2 weeks from there, it will be less chaotic. And 2 weeks after that, it will be more or less chaotic. All the way till we basically reset the thing this year. I would say once we issue checks and some payouts on hand, and we get through both events this year, the 2027 version of those events, I would say, would be pulled off 95.5% seamless. Absolutely seamless. But right now, we're still in transition. So, but if you are interested in that tournament, you can head over to holidaydoubles.com, and you can see all the bowlers that are entered into the tournament. You can look at some tournament history. It's just in its beta form right now. Needs more work. Pretty soon, those that are in the event that need to pay their other half of their entry will be able to do so. But if you are bowling the holiday doubles, or even if you're not, and one day you want to bowl, you can go over and fill out a bowler profile for free right now. Everybody's going to have to fill one out before they lace up and bowl on the lanes. But what that does is it helps us understand and know more information about you. Some of the information that we have, we believe, is out of date, and we don't want those to be out of date. So we got Brett Biondo's bowling on lane 4. Comes in high for a 6-pin. Bowling with his dad, Vince. We'll go over there in a little bit. Thank you. All right, scores after 2. Which means I get rid of 1. Get rid of that. And get rid of that. Slide this in here. Slide that one in there. Go over here. X out of there. Go to results. B squad. B squad 2. Bring them up to you. Here we go. Look at them at the first time together. Here we go. Robert Vader right now is plus 123. David Cole plus 119. Then you got Mikey Saxton III at plus 98, followed by Darren Bloomquist at plus 83, Jerry Mars at plus 79, along with Zach Andreessen. Kendrick Siders is 7th at plus 78, followed by Lucas Herzberg in 8th at plus 76, Dawson Peterson 9th at plus 71, followed by Patrick Hovda at 62 is 10th. On this squad, we got 23 plus, all the way down to Ryan Powers. We do have 52 on the squad. And if you took to 16 per squad, right now in this squad, 28 over would be 16th. We'll see how the scores hold up from here. Our tournament leader, Robert Vader, has bowled 264, 259. David Cole has bowled 263, 256. And Mikey Saxton III has bowled 245, 253. Bloomquist, 261, 224. So plenty of bowlers getting them and getting them pretty good out there at the moment. All that information is penned in your chat room there. Gray just got back from a rip. I'm glad you went for a rip, bud. Wondering what Mike had for lunch. Mike has not had lunch yet. didn't get to come see you at the Ironman, but I did watch. Enjoy watching. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Eric. That was a trip. That tournament was definitely a trip. Nice folks there, I'll tell you. Format almost kicked my butt, but outside of that, everything was really good. We all got to be introduced to Rick Peterson. He's a bad man. Hey, Gray, did you listen to the song? Gray, you got to tell me if you listened to the song. What we're talking about is I brought up this this song, which is by Shark Tank. It's a Canadian band, and it's called "Out for a Rip." Just out for a rip, are you, bud? Just go for a rip. And it's a big hit. It's a big hit amongst our community here because, boy, I had many people as I was here in the bowling center talking it out, saying, hey, Mike, going for a rip, are you, bud? I was the Iron Streamer. Tell you what, the fans and air conditioning just really kicked on in here. ZVL Bowling runs him over for a 7-pin, strikes on the next one. Now what's he going to do? 3-6, 7-10. Brady just packs them back. Good night. Good night. Brady's good in Iowa. If the PBA ever came to Iowa, Brady would win every tournament. Why are you so bad in Minnesota and so great in Iowa? I was talking you up at the PBA, man. I was sitting there, I'm like, Belmo who? We got Brady Stearns, made it out of the PTQ. Yeah, you let me down. Me and Callahan both. Callahan was totally talking you up. What's up, man? That's it. Make all your spares on stream, brother. I love Brady too. I just needed him to bowl good at the PBA to make me look smart. He learned, no doubt about it. I do love me some Brady Stearns. Another spare you got to make. Andrew Sass. Wow, that's a weird leave. That is a weird, weird leave. do a full zoom here. Andrew throwing at the 2, somewhat 4, 7, 8. Backing it up. Oh, how about that? Meanwhile, Brady Stearns just continues to pack strikes next door. Still making those spares. Clean game. Yeah, not to be confused with the cream. Right? Clean versus cream. I can make them bowl a lot better, everybody. We can just put out a house shot if you want. Hey, Robert Gray. Why don't you get here for C Squad? I'll get you in here. You want to come up and bowl? Turn this thing into something that's not a comedy? Sounds like you're trying to turn it into a drama a little bit. Zach with 3 in a row. We're just chilling up here, sipping syrup, playing hockey. All right, see you, Robert. Thanks for stopping by. Hit us up. When's our next house shot tournament? Nightmare Doubles is pretty easy. You can go to that one. Good idea, Robert. I say, Robert, maybe you should go for a rip, bud. Robert needs to go for a rip. Andrew's out here just filling frames. What's my take on the PBA changes? I don't think we've seen the whole story yet. I think it's kind of like watching the first 2 episodes of a series and saying, Mike, what do you think of the series? Oh, it's good so far. I don't know how. I don't know the rest of the plot. I don't know what's going on. I mean, the only thing that we know right now is there are 3 tournaments across 7 regions. There are 21 tournaments between now and the end of the year that have PBA in front of it and the word elite. And that they're going to pay $10,000 a piece, and there's a senior division also, it's $5,000 a piece. Then the entry fees are $500. That's what we know so far. That's what we know. Outside of that, I don't know much. I mean, I don't know what next year looks like. I don't, in any way, shape, or form capacity. But I think it's cool. There's 21 tournaments that, you know, basically you're looking at a raised entry fee, raised sponsor fee, from what I understand, and then you know, guys can go bowl. Now, I will give you this take. All right, everybody listen up for this take, because I really want you to get involved in this conversation for a second, okay? All right? I don't think this happened, but I do want to say something. Whenever something goes away, everybody kind of sort of is like, oh, man, that's so sad. Man, that sucks, okay? I'm going to give you a perfect example. I'm a huge fan of TGI Fridays. I just love them from the 80s. Plus, in the movie Cocktail, it was based off of TGI Fridays. Brian Flanagan, Tom Cruise, my favorite actor, don't hold that against me, has the last name Flanagan in there, spelled just like mine. Flanagan's Cocktails and Dreams. Also being an entrepreneur, it all just works. And I love TGI Fridays. Kim and I moved to Utah. We were there for 3 months, did not go to Fridays one time. Then I heard they're closing that location. And I was bummed. And I had not even been there. Okay? I was bummed about it. I didn't even go. So what did I do? I went there 2 times before they closed. And then I was sad about it because it was gone. Okay. So what is it? What happens when you say this thing's closing? Haven't you heard stories across the country where they go, oh, this mom and pop sandwich shop is going to have to close after 53 years. Well, why are they closing? Not enough business. Well, typically what happens is people freak out, and then they're busier than they know how to be for 2 weeks straight, and they come to everybody and go, well, because of your support, we're not closing anymore. And then people go and support the thing again, all right? So the reason why I'm telling those sample stories is it seems like whatever rumors started going around like crazy, and I got them hot and heavy too. They were asking me for answers. I don't have the answers. I don't know what the hell's going on. Well, here's the deal. One of the biggest rumors was it was all going away. Well, now all of a sudden you get told there's 21 between now and the end of the year. Don't you think most people's minds are like, okay, this thing was going to be taken away, kind of like the sandwich shop, but no, it's still here. It's just a different form. I got tons of people telling me, I'm going to go bowl these. I'm going to go bowl these. Steve Jaros, I happened to see Steve Jaros this week. He's going to go bowl these 50 events. He's going. He told me he's signing up. He was coming. He was doing some shop visits and came by. Classic came by to see me this week, and he's like, I'm bowling. I'm going. Tom Hess is all over Facebook telling everybody to go bowl. He's going to bowl. Everybody's bowling. So I think now through the end of the year is going to be great. I think they're going to be attended very well. And, you know, I think West Coast is still going to be difficult to get entries just because there's less bowlers in the region. But outside of that, I think it's good. Oh, my God. I was looking for you last night.
What's up? How are you?
Folks, I'll be right back.
doesn't appreciate this? Maybe I'll pop in a little bit later, all right? Oh, yeah, please do. You want something?
The great Louis we met is here today and just stopped by the booth. Wants me to start a band with him. Wants me to learn an instrument. I could be down for that. Thank you. My man Louie, taking care of me. My man Louie. Good old ZVL bowling here. Look at him, just carrying the world. What's Zach doing after 2 here? Where is he at? 203, 179. It'd be cool if Zach made it. Zach is a tall drink of water, by the way. He is a tall dude. I'm pretty tall, but he's taller than me. Game 3 just about in the books here. As we get ready to roll into game number 4, we're going to have Brett Biondo, Vince Biondo, Billy Hipper, Dan Marazzo. Left side of your screen is going to be Austin Aud, Zach Rhodes, Heather Erdei, Mason Sturkle. Hang out here on the main here, 5 through 8. Have a game 3 update for you here in just a moment. Appreciate everybody being here with me today. Watching the 11thframe.com Open. What's going on in baseball? The Cardinals brought up Josh Baez. Am I seeing this right? And he hit three bombs. Jeez. Wow. And I thought about picking up some of his rookie cards. This is Albert Pujols 2.0, isn't it? Holy Toledo. I guess I could go over to eBay real quick. Look and see how many Josh Baez rookie cards are selling. Let's look at sold. Not that much, really. Thank you. That scores in after 3. All right, let me get you through 3 games. Take a look at the standings. All right. David Cole continues to lead, your defending champion, at plus 135, followed by Robert Vader and Jerry Mars, both at 127 over. Mikey Saxton III and Raiden Nakagawa, also, they are both 124 over, followed by Kendrick Siders, 114 over. Zach Andreessen, 112 over. Dawson Peterson, 109 over. Lucas Herzrud, 103 over. And 10th, Brady Stearns at 96 over. So we had 9 players bowl 700 or better. Right now, 16th on this squad is 59 over. I mentioned that number because if you take 16 from each squad, which it's all squads combined, but we just like to use 16 as a rule of thumb, that'd be 59 on this squad. It was 25 at the end of the squad on the last one. So right now we've got 29 players or plus out of the 52. You can check all those scores yourself over at the link I have pinned in the chat room that the Greater Iowa Bowling Association has put together for you guys. All right. Roll back over here. It just started. It's like high, it's just started. You want to join? You want to sit down for a little bit? Yeah, have a seat. Come on in. This is on you right here. Other way. There you go. There you go. Joined by the GM here, Mr. Bob Hochran. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. How you been today?
I'm good. Everything seems to be working pretty well. Just sitting up here, got everything ready to rock, and we got 3 games in here. Pace is a little bit higher this block than the last block.
Well, you got pretty good bowlers on this shift, plus they got to stand around and kind of watch where everybody else was playing last shift when they were striking, so
true.
It definitely helps.
Bob, you opened this place, didn't you?
Yeah, 2008.
Can you believe it's been 8 years? Or, sorry.
18.
Jesus, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah, it goes pretty quick, that's for sure. Pretty quick.
It must mean you're doing a good job. They've kept you around this long with...
I have nobody else that'll work that many hours, I think.
with the different ownership and everything. You work for Boyd now, right?
Yep. I've been with Boyd now at 12 years, I think it is. Pretty close to that.
How far do you live away from here?
Probably about 4 or 5 miles. With the highway, I'd be here in about 7, 8 minutes. It's nice with the little cut up and over.
Every time I come up here, I always just think about how close, how drivable this is from so many different cities.
Well, in Midwest, I mean, even back years ago when they had the Masters in Milwaukee, they had record entries that year, but it's pretty much accessible, when you're in the center of the country.
Yeah.
you get it, everywhere. Years ago it was kind of bad, but now everything's 4-lane into here. And I mean, Madison, Chicago, Milwaukee, everything's 2.5 hours max. Nice road, so it really makes a difference.
Bob, I gotta ask you. You told me a little bit about this when I came in. I was busy, but obviously, I'm a big movie buff. I love movies. I love pop culture. I talk about it on these streams all the time. And the iconic movie Field of Dreams is not too far from here in Dyersville.
Yep.
And I know the folks that own the home originally didn't really have it as like a touring place at first. Then didn't they sell the property, and then it turned into a whole deal where you can tour and go out on the field and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, originally when my buddy runs a security company, this is probably, gosh, I'm trying to think back, 20, 25 years ago, when they had the first major league game, they call it back then.
Yeah.
So he got hired. They were sheriffs, so we got in for that. So we had basically walked the players just from down there down to the house. They played on the house,
It's a great fry on one. The last shot.
Okay.
And now it's how it's evolved. I mean, I worked the other night out there, and they got the stadium, and Major League Baseball stuck a ton of money in it. Everything around here is Dubuque Racing Association stuck quite a bit of money into it. Just every John Deere this year did for every home run hit, 100,000 meals to the needy.
Yeah.
I think there was 5 or 6 home runs, so they're in the hook for about 500,000 or 600,000
That's
meals.
amazing.
Yeah, well, that's when you have these smaller, I call it community events, it seems like everybody just kind of, groups around it. But yeah, it was just pretty cool the other night about all the, different people that came. That holds about 8,000, and I guarantee you there's probably 10 or 12 running around out there.
And you got to work it.
Yeah, I got to work for a while.
So what did you get to do there?
A guy called me on Monday, and they needed help with security, so sure, we'll go out and work for a while.
So where were you positioned during the game?
During the game, I was out back with where all the sheriffs and the highway patrolmen were. They had to watch it so no one would sneak across and go in the corn in the outfield, basically.
Okay.
So yeah, we just sat out there and watched the game on my phone.
Did you have any cool moments, like you get to meet anybody or anything?
Well, when I first got there, I went up. I worked basically what do they call it, where all the players and everybody come through. They brought all the Hall of Famers and everything through. So I was telling a couple guys a story with Jenkins. He come by and I said, I'd like to get a picture with you. And he goes, bet you like 20-some years ago. Yeah. So I snapped a quick picture, didn't realize I forgot to hit the back button. I took a picture of the concrete instead of him and me. So I took a couple videos of the Twins walking through and then the Phillies and stuff. They took them into the corn right outside the stadium there, and then they all walked in the stadium from there. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Now they've already announced next year they're going to have the Royals and Red Sox out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they announced that this morning. So yeah, it's a great event for this area. I think it's just a great event for even baseball. Hopefully next year we don't have the lockout, which I think we're gonna, but that would put a damper on it. But I mean, you see all the people, the kids. I mean, it's just a lot of kids never get to go to a game, let alone 20 minutes from their house.
Do you ever go over to the Field of Dreams site just on a regular, just to go over there and check it out?
I haven't, not really, no.
No.
I mean, I did, like I said, back when we worked years ago, but I haven't been out there since they built the stadium, basically.
And that stadium is closed off the rest of the year, though, right?
Well, now they're going to have I think it's Northwoods League team going to be in there.
Okay.
So they're going to play in there. They had an event here a couple weeks ago. They had Tuesday night, they had the high school All-American at the stadium. And then Wednesday night, the Iowa Cubs played at the stadium. And then Thursday night was the Major League game. But yeah, they're going to, a couple of the guys I heard them talking, can you imagine being a little league kid and get to come in and play in the stadium? Wouldn't it be so cool? So it's, like I said, it's a great thing. I'm glad they decided to do it. It's a big tourist attraction for us. Plus, it gives a lot of kids opportunities that don't have them other places. So it's worked out really well.
That's awesome. We're talking over with Bob Hochran. He's your general manager here of All Bowling. And so, Bob, you bowling at all anymore?
I bowl league. I just, you know, I was talking to Chad Moss and Barris earlier. When you bowl so many years and you're gone every weekend,
Yep.
you kind of just lose the, I don't know how you want to describe it. Different priorities in life,
Yep.
I'd say. And when you're younger and you want to go, boy, it's the greatest thing in the world. But when you get older, and it's kind of like you just want to sit and relax.
True.
So yeah, I bowl a little bit here and there, but nothing too much anymore. And it shows.
Well, of course. I just saw my good friend Louis we met came by and said hello.
Oh, Lewis, yeah, he still works here part-time. Well, he's supposed to be part-time, but
Says he's working an event tonight.
yeah, we have a hospital, local hospital, Finley, has their huge gala here tonight.
Okay.
Big fundraiser for them. They have, this year they had, 2 years ago they had Jake Owen here, they brought in for it. This year they have Elton John. He's supposed to be one of the best in the country. Elko John or something, I think.
Okay.
He's down the Moon Bar tonight. So they're expecting, I think Finley's got 350 or 400 coming for sure, plus whatever else.
Is that a free thing down there, or?
It's a paid show for outside of the Finley people.
Gotcha.
But it's still cheap. I think it's like 10 or 15 bucks to get in
Yeah.
for a nice show. It's a pretty nice show.
Cool.
Plus, I've never been in the Moon Bar. It's pretty cool. Pretty
It's
cool
nice
area.
down there.
Yes, very nice. Yeah,
You guys don't have a hotel on property, right?
we do not. There was some talk about Marriott's supposed to build one behind us here. Originally, they were supposed to build two. Now they're down to, last I heard, they were going to maybe build one. So it's like everything, time will tell. And, you know, in companies, a lot of them, how much money you want to stick out anymore. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. That's
Yeah.
you know, a lot of the problems. But no, we partner with the Grand River across, the Julian, the Holiday Inn are all within, you know, a block basically here. So we're pretty lucky on that.
Yeah, true.
And they treat us really good.
Yeah, I'm over at the Holiday Inn, and it's, I mean, you could really walk here.
Yeah, it's 2.5 blocks roughly.
Yep.
Plus Main Street's got so many bars and restaurants and things, you know.
What
No
are
matter
the
what you're hungry for, you
Yeah,
can
what
find
are
something.
the go-to places around here?
You got Shot Tower's been around forever, which is basically about a block on the other side of the Five Flag Center there on the corner. Then you have Vinnie Venucci's there out of Galena, Illinois. They have a restaurant here down on Lower Main. That's kind of like an Italian, a little nice, more upscale type there. Yeah, we still have, believe it or not, we have 3 or 4, I call them family businesses. A couple Italian restaurants, which it's different from what you get in bigger places.
Yeah, for sure.
It's home cooked meals, so. But we opened a new place downstairs. It's Bell Street Eatery. That's been doing pretty well, and people seem to like that because, you know, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's like an American diner type place or
It's
restaurant.
it's more of a restaurant. You can get a burger. You can get you know, fried chicken, potatoes, different. You know,
Okay.
it's kind of got a different menu,
Cool.
a little of everything on it. And so yeah, it worked out pretty cool. We just opened that here. Gosh, it's almost been a year already. It doesn't seem like it. It's crazy how time flies.
It really is.
But overall, yeah. The amount of
It-
young kids is just crazy anymore bowling. Isn't it?
Yeah, no kidding.
They say bowling's dying, and you look at it, it's like all these young kids. It's like crazy.
You guys got the pro shop here too, right?
Yep.
Does it do okay?
We stay pretty busy. Good, well, Mark London.
Yep.
When he moved back, he texted me before he moved back, and so he works a couple nights a week for me, so that saves me a lot. But he works Wednesday and Thursday nights, comes in. So we have a lot of people from up in Wisconsin and stuff, hour away or so. That way they can drive down and after work. Yeah, we stay pretty busy overall.
That's good.
Say that, not too much else, you know. It was working pretty good. Scores are down a little bit. Still a little higher than I thought they would be, but
Well, they always are with today's modern bowlers. My goodness.
Well, the bowling balls.
This Brett Biondo right here finished second at Junior Gold about a month ago. Follows in the footsteps of the family.
Yeah. 279 pace through 8.
Yep.
Not a bad game, I guess.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Might take me 2 to get to that nowadays. But then again, Rickles bowled pretty good the other day, so I might have a chance yet.
Yeah. Slower ball speed seems to work pretty well right now.
Yeah. Oh, there was 2.
Yep, Vince just took 2 off the right. Missed right.
That's the only thing, at least this year, if you do miss, it isn't just boomerang back. You know, we ran that short pattern last year, and everybody just burned it up so quick, and then it just turned into just a score fest.
Well, if there's friction down lane, the scores always seem to be a little bit higher because you can get angle.
Yep. You could open it up and go around it.
Yeah, when there's a puddle down lane, it doesn't, scores go down. I mean, Vince is a hell of a bowler here and just went 2-5 in the 9th after bowling 8 consecutive frames on the pair. So
it happens.
That'll tell you right there what this what this pattern's about.
Yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with, watching people bowl. Like I said, at least we put the 2-8-10 and stuff back into play, which is good, or 3-7-9 for the lefties. But
Gray here in the chat wants me to go down to the Elton John singing thing, and he wants me to perform Rocket Man.
There you go.
I packed my bags last night, pre-flight. William Hung sang that song really well on American Idol.
Yeah, I'll probably have to walk down later and see how he's going, but
yeah. Probably have a disco ball or something for that. Big glasses.
well, I'm sure we'll have something.
Feather. What time's that start?
I believe it's 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. We'll still have bowling up here going on.
Yeah, we'll have bowling until about 9:30 probably. Well, if we get done quick enough, I'll sneak it around the back way. We can sneak in upstairs.
That'd be great. That would be fun. I'd love to see a couple songs.
Like I said, I'll double check here in a little bit, make sure. I see this stuff all the time, but it's kind of just goes in and out because we had our own world up here. It just kind of happens that way. But
how many league bowlers you got here?
actually, we're up again this year for league bowlers, which is good.
That's great.
I learned a long time ago, an old guy told me one day, he goes, you get them in the door, you got to work your butt off to get them in the door. Then you get one chance to keep them.
Yep.
You treat them good, people will treat you good. If you don't treat them good, they won't be back. So we strive really hard in trying to, within limits. Everyone, league bowling anymore is kind of tough with some, but
it is.
It's just. But overall, we have a very good league base and a lot of great people. So we probably have, I'm just thinking it's Monday on. We probably got about 700-800 somewhere in that area. I mean, a few of them are probably duplicated, but
yeah, no, that's cool.
Well,
I mean, that's
Danny.
great.
There's Danny just set one wide. He got 5 though.
Yep.
4. Sorry.
Yep, 4.
This pair looks a little tougher than the last couple, except for Brett Biondo there.
Yeah, Brett.
Danny was going about 220 or so. Vince was doing pretty good.
Vince is just kind of giving it the old high hard one there.
Try to get a spare and get off the pair.
He seems a little angry.
Yeah. Sometimes 9 spares is better than 6-2.
That's true.
Especially if you're lost.
Vince is the coach of the Judson University women's bowling team. He was coach of the year. And not thrilled with what took place there.
No.
Brett's got a chance for 279, as we mentioned. Brett bowled 236, 205, 247 coming into this one.
It's trucking right along then. I was going to say, Dano and Vince were doing pretty good too here. I know Dan yelled at me. He told me it was my fault he left a 7-10. I walked away. That's good. We have this tournament. We get to see Joe and Rosie, and I don't, like I said, don't bowl much. I used to see them, once or twice a month for 25 years, and now it's like maybe twice a year. So that's kind of cool. Jennifer used to be in diapers when I first knew her. Now she's married with kids, and
Yep. Let's hone in on Brett Biondo here, looking for a little 279 action.
it's pretty close.
This kid has the type of talent that, you see a lot of young ones come up. But, the Biondo family is very underrated when you mention, bowling families. The Bones, the Barnes, they get a lot of the accolades, The Biondo family's right there. I know they haven't performed, PBA multiple champions and all that kind of stuff, but they live and breathe and sleep bowling, and this kid, Brett's special.
So if you watch him get out of the ball, he just kind of, I call it, fans it in the end. There's no grab or nothing there. For a lot of the two-handers nowadays, they kind of force it off their hand. He just kind of just rolls it off. It's so soft.
17 years old. He's already hit his growth spurt too. That's what's good. When they bowl this good and they've hit the growth spurt,
that's good.
It's a good thing. Yeah.
He's left a little bit, but he's gonna hold.
That's money. I think Brett Biondo, if he sticks with it, and he is a bowling savant nerd. He watches old telecasts. He watches all the YouTube videos. He watches Inside Bowling. He watches tournaments I stream. If he continues, if he doesn't ever get burnt out on the sport or doesn't get distracted with something else that tickles his fancy or captures his attention, this kid legit could go on to be great. I mean, really great. Really great. I'm talking elite, top of the game, winning on television one day at the very highest level. He is that impressive.
He throws it really, really well.
Only time will tell.
Yep. The thing is, like Vince there, he shot 140, but you see him get upset and throw stuff. And
no, that's the thing.
That's that not everyone has that type of mentality. It's overdone with. Now the next game he'll start over fresh.
Yep.
That when you're young, everybody's. But if you watch some of these kids, they have the mentality at this young age. That's the amazing part.
Sure is. Game 4 just wrapping up. Bobby, I appreciate you having the event, having me back. We'll coordinate a little bit better next year.
Yeah, we'll have everything set up ahead of time
next year. But we pulled it off. We got it done. You got that taken care of, and thank goodness.
We got power. That's the main thing.
But I'll let you go on, and tomorrow you want to stop in, whatever. Or
yeah,
whatever,
we'll do that.
Let me know, and keep me posted on the Elton John thing.
Yeah, I gotta go talk to the boss here in a little bit, see how Wendy's doing. So
see what we can
do.
I'll
find out.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, man. Bye-bye. That's Bob Hochran, your general manager here at Cherry Lanes. He's been here since the place opened. 18 years. 18 years. I said 8. I didn't want to make him feel old. What's up, Timmy? Tim Grundler going to be coming in the scene here. Let's go ahead and let's roll it around. Let's see. Looks like we got a little bit of bowling left over here on 1 and 2. Of course, Brett Biondo with 279. It's feast or famine right now out there on the lanes. Heading into 5. Again, our stream this evening will probably start about 5:30. 5:30 is about what time that's going to start. All right, everybody, I will be right back. All right, everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had somebody ask me to go for a rip, bud. When they ask, you got to go. Went for a rip. Now I'm back. Let's get a new spreadsheet up on the screen for you after 4. They are spitting out these scores quicker than I've ever seen in my life, which means I can't get used to it. All right, here we go. After 4 games, last year's champ, he's just repeating right now. Repeating on the lanes, repeating after last year. David Cole leads 223 over for his first 4 games. That is outstanding bowling. His games were 263, 256, 216, and 288. We just saw Brett Biondo bowl 279. He's in 3rd at plus 167, but sandwiched between the two is Mikey Saxton, the 3rd at plus 174. Mikey has bowled 245, 253, 226, and 250. Now, everybody, this is almost 40 milliliters of oil, and this is very demanding and very difficult, but these scores are very, very high, contrary to what somebody was saying in the chat earlier. Brett Biondo, as I mentioned, was 3rd. Kendrick Siders up to 4th, collegiate hero of mine. 5th is Lucas Hersrud at plus 148. 6th is Jerry Mars at plus 137. Brady Stearns, Raiden Nakagawa, Zach Andreessen, and Chris Hill, your top 10. Go down to 16th, it's plus 59. And right now on this squad, I mean, we've got, heck, it goes off the page. No, that's it. 32 players or plus out of the 52 in this field. I have a link pinned in the chat, which helps you with any scores you want to see and stay updated. So bookmark that link I got for you there, and that's your friend. It's definitely your friend. 16th, the last squad was 25 over, by the way. So right now we got a bunch of people over that number. I just look at 16th because it's 16 times 3 is 48. That's how many we're cutting to. All right, let's move this out. Back over to here. Not sure if I introduced the players or not yet. We've got, see Bloomquist with Caden Stork, Jacob Holste, and Robert Vader. Vader's been bowling good. What happened to Vader? Bowled 264, 259, 204, and had 163 the last game. Just to the left, you got Timmy Grundler, Chris Hill, Kyle Mikulowski, and Ryan Powers. And I can bring back my PIP. Yeah, you know me. There it is. Put that in there. How's everybody doing this afternoon? If you're watching the 11thframe.com Open, streamed to you live on YouTube on the Inside Bowling channel. I want to once again thank the folks that make this possible. First of all, the Greater Iowa Bowling Association, Joe and Rosie Engelkist, Jennifer Wittenberg, and Jeff Riggles for being our tournament host here, the 11thframe.com Open. This is Jeff's flagship event. It's been going on since 2012 here at Cherry Lanes. I want to thank our friends at Boyd Gaming for having us, and General Manager Bob Hochran, who joined us in the booth a little while ago. Soil pattern is basically about 1.3 to 1 on both sides. Brunswick Pro Lane, 2008 install, 18 years old is the surface. 2,800 for first, pay ratios 1 and 3. We're streaming lanes 1 through 12. We got hooked up here in the center. Squads run about 3.5 hours apiece. Skip procedure is skip 1, skip 2, skip 1, skip 2, skip 1. And in round number 2 tomorrow, it'll be move 1 pair to the right after each game. If you want to find out more information about the events up here in Iowa, you can go to giba-bowling.com. That is the tournament organization website. Also want to thank Ebonite. Ebonite, bowl to win. Remember, for more than a century, Ebonite has been a name bowlers know and trust. From generations of great bowling equipment to today's latest performance technology, Ebonite continues to build equipment designed with one thing in mind: helping bowlers compete and win. Whether you're chasing your first honor score or your next championship, put proven performance in your hands with Ebonite. Thank you, Ebonite. Also, the Diamond Joe Casino. You know, today's coverage is also brought to you by the Diamond Joe Casino right here in Dubuque, Iowa. When the bowling is over, the fun doesn't have to stop. Diamond Joe features more than 700 slots, table games, great dining, live entertainment, including an Elton John cover band tonight, and even more bowling right here at Cherry Lanes. Whether you're looking for a great meal, a night of entertainment, or your chance to play and win, make Diamond Joe part of your visit to Dubuque Diamond Joe Casino. Winning, that's just the beginning. And Cherry Lanes. Today's coverage also brought to you by our host center, Cherry Lanes, right here in Dubuque, located inside the Diamond Joe Casino. It is where Dubuque comes to bowl. Also, Brandon Steen and the Steen team, another sponsor. We all know Brandon and what he does up here in Iowa. If you're looking for real estate investments, as well as any sort of mortgages or things like that up here in the great state of Iowa, make sure you check out Brandon Steen and his Steen team. We have a jersey supplier as well. Official sponsor, IAMBowling out of Las Vegas. You can always save 25% at IAMBowling.com with coupon code GIBA. And when you're looking to fill up your car, make sure you head to a Kwik Trip or Kwik Star with a K, convenience and gas stations. They are really nice places. They've got everything you want there. Make sure you check them out. They are proud sponsors of this event. And then, of course, the 11thframe.com is bowling's digital daily newspaper delivering news, analysis, and opinion, owned and operated by USBC Hall of Famer and career newspaper reporter and editor Jeff Riggles. Those are our sponsors. And in addition to that, if you want to support us at Inside Bowling, you can take advantage of that coupon code in the bottom left, which is 15% off all the time with coupon code YouTube. But also, we've got our new dry fit tees. We've been testing these things for a while. We've had multiple different ones come in. We tested, we printed, we washed, we wore, and we found a winner. We have got a great dry fit for you that we decorate. We put your favorite brand logos on there. Many of them available. We got the left chest ones made up right now. It's our soft launch. But as part of all this, guess what? You get to save $27 usually, not for you this week. $19 dry fit tees. Put other stuff in the cart, save 15% on all your other stuff with coupon code YouTube. We certainly do appreciate everybody that continues to contribute and support what we do here at Inside Bowling. It means a great deal. And when you support Inside Bowling, you're not only supporting bowling, but you're supporting our family, and you're able to help put food on the table. Know that every time you spend money here, you're doing something great for a family-owned business right here in the US of A. Taking a look at some of the scores here. This is when the lanes typically get a little bit tough, but not for Darren Bloomquist, who just opened while we were doing all those reads. He can still bowl 264. Bloomquist has bowled 261, 222, 192, and 233. He sits at 108 over. On this day in St. Louis Cardinals baseball history, in case you're watching this much later, who knows what type of career this guy is going to go on to have, but Joshua Baez today made his major league debut and hit 3 home runs for the St. Louis Cardinals. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. We're in Dubuque, Iowa. Thanks, Drake, for letting me know the 4K is looking good on the TV. Appreciate that. We do take great pride in our stream quality here. You know, we streamers have our ways of facing rainy days, and somehow we survive. We keep the bowlers warm. We protect them from the storm until our time arrives. Then one day the sun appears and we come shining through those glory years. we make it through the rain. And we keep the bowlers respected by the others who got rained on too and made it through. Well, looks like we made it. Here at this weekend in the Midwest. This squad might just be saying to all the other squads, read them and weep. Lanes get a little bit tougher later in this block as well, so they're trying to hang on to what they've got. Bloomquist looking to be in the 240s with a double in the 10th. Robert Vader right back on it. Can be in the 250s, letter D. Jacob Holste looking to bowl 203 with a double here in the 10th. There we go. .239, nicely bowled. Nathan Michalowski. I think I've been calling him Kyle the whole time. What are you doing here? Jeff Johnson's going to bowl this event. He just came by the booth. I didn't know Jeff was bowling tonight. Didn't have him down on my bingo card. I also didn't look at the entire list of bowlers, but he said he thinks he's going to be the oldest bowler in the field. Vader left the 7-pin. Game 5 complete. Game 6 coming up here for you. Move over our graphic. And it looks like the first bowlers are going to bowl are over here on 3 and 4. Action underway here. Got Steve Taylor back over here. Bowling with Cody Hunker, Tommy Barnwell, and Travis Anderson. Got our tournament leader here as well. David Cole. Got Cole, Esposito, Lehman, and Mars. Thank you. We have a new leader of this squad. Whoa, here he comes. Watch out, boy, he'll chew you up. Whoa, here he comes. He's the squad leader. Bump, bump, bump. Whoa, here he comes. Brett Biondo. Plus 225 is now your leader. Brett has put together games of 236, 205, 247, 279, and 258. He's 17 years old. David Cole, second at plus 200. David bowled 177 the last game to fall to second. Kendrick Siders third at plus 188, followed by Raiden Nakagawa fourth at plus 187. Lucas Herzrud is fifth now at plus 169, followed by Mikey Saxton at plus 166. Then Brady Stearns at 155. Eighth, Bloomquist at 147. Ninth is Andreessen at 133. And 10th is Robert Vader at plus 126. 16th is 68 over. And we have 30 players on this squad that are plus. I was projecting a cut score being somewhere around 35 over. Going to need a few scores to drop down a little bit if that number looks safe later. I actually believe that number will probably climb over the 35 mark. We're probably getting into the 40s now if these players on this squad don't fall off here late. I thought later in the squad they'd be a little bit tougher, but they've just done a better job of breaking down the lanes, and they're not as bad as they were in the first squad at the end of the block. 6-game sprints. Where would you like me to go, Ethan? Where do you want me to roll? I'm over here because second place overall and last year's champions, David Cole. That's why I'm here. Jerry Mars, who's won the event before, is also on that pair. That's why I'm chilling there. But I can move around, of course. I kind of just plant and hang out. I'll move to the right. Got Kendrick Siders over here with Gavin and Lucas Finley, Trey Van Wyck, and Zach Andreessen, Brady Gustafson, Lucas Herzrud, Dawson Peterson. Talented group here as well. Siders is just so consistent the way he throws the ball there on lane 8. He gets it out onto the lane a little bit, but he just does the same thing over and over again consistently. What's up? How are you? Take a look at that conversion again. That 4 and 7 pin spot has happened a couple times on that pair today. Nice cover. Mark London in the house. As we come to the conclusion of this squad, we want to let you know that we will be back. What was scheduled to be 5 o'clock, it's going to be about 5:30 with our next stream. That will be your C squad. Move back over to 5 through 8. Just wanted to pop over here. We got 279. Well, I might stay here for the 279. I guess I should. Timmy Grundler can still bowl 279. Let's see where that puts him. over. Only 16 over. Bowled 157 the last game. Bowled 165, 191, 225, 278, 157. It can bowl 279 here. So yeah, I guess we'll hang out here with Timmy. Bowled himself into the cut this last game. Powers is 34 over. That gets him to 39. Michalowski was 4 over. Can bowl 221. I think that's going to be short. Timmy Miss is going to be in the 250s, but that should get him into he's going to get into the 60 over-ish range. Bloomquist is good. Stort can't get there. Holste can't get there. Vader is letter D on the right side of your screen. Can bowl 247. He was 126 over. He's going to get there. Timmy Spares. Go back over to 5 through 8. Gavin Findlay is 28 over. Gavin Findlay is letter A right here. Just 2, 4, 8, 10. He's bowling himself out of the cut. Will not be able to get there. Lucas Finley not having a favorable day at all, which is unusual. He normally bowls really well in the events I stream up here. Kendrick Siders, letter C, is third. He's going to be in the 250s, so he's in great shape. And I missed the Jerry Mars memo. That's one of the things sometimes I don't have lane talk. $2.99 for Jerry Mars. I'm sorry I missed that, folks. Did not see that. As I was trying to paint the picture for these cut scores here, I did not catch that. Should have went around the horn a little bit, but Jerry Mars was 95 over, so he's well into the, he's 194 over now. And you saw that got David Cole had 193, so he was second coming in. All right, back over here. Zach Andreessen. Comes in light on that one. Andreessen is 133 over. He's going to be fine. Brady Gustafson was 40 over and has bowled himself out of the cut. Lucas Hersrud was fifth overall. He's going to be fine. Dawson Peterson, letter D, bowled 247. Dawson was 96 over. He's going to be fine. Trey Van Wyck. Not going to be able to make it. So we finish up here. We'll be back tonight with in about 45 minutes or so with continuing coverage here from the 11thframe.com Open. Once again, we want to give a shout out to our sponsors. I want to thank Ebonite, Diamond Joe Casino, Cherry Lanes, Brandon Steen and the Steen team, IAMBowling, Quick Star and Quick Trip, and 11thframe.com. Nice shot there. That was a tough, bold game there. All right, TG Moss was just out for a killer rip, bud. That's good. Lucas Finley, bowl 219. Finally got his lane back here. Dawson with the strike. Both Dawson and Zach will be back bowling tomorrow. You get to see them bowl the next round. Had a little helicopter spin come through. Lucas, on the other hand, will not unless he gets one of the re-entry spots, which he might. That's going to do it. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'll see you back. Short turnaround, 45 minutes or so. We'll be back with more of the 11thframe.com Open here from Cherry Lanes in Dubuque, Iowa. Right back here on YouTube. It's the Inside Bowling channel. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. Ring that notification bell. Let you know next time we go live, which will be coming up soon here. See you soon, everybody.